We begin with the latest on the synagogue shooting. The suspect in yesterday's deadly attack in Poway faces several charges, including 1 count of murder and 3 counts of attempted murder. Police say 19-year-old John Ernest walked into the synagogue near San Diego with an assault weapon Saturday morning and began shooting. 60-year-old Lori Gilbert Kay was killed when she jumped in between the gunman and the rabbi. His fingers were pierced by gunfire. Another man and a young girl were also injured. Today, the rabbi got choked up talking about his friend, Gilbert Kay.
Yesterday, this horrific, terrible event that has occurred here, in my own interpretation, Lori took the bullet for all of us. She died to protect all of us. She didn't deserve to die. She's such a kind, sweet-hearted, just a good human being. She didn't deserve to die right in front of my eyes. I was the last one to see her and to be with her. But I do know that this is Lori. This is her legacy, and her legacy will continue.
Investigators have been searching Ernest's home, looking for evidence and a motive in the shooting on the last day of Passover.
So we'll go to KPIX 5's Katie Nielsen. She's live in Berkeley with more on how members of the Jewish community are reacting to the Poway attack. Katie?
Brian, police across the Bay Area are increasing patrols at places of worship this weekend. This after California sees its second religiously motivated hate crime this week. Now, many members of this community are asking, where are we safe? Today's Remembrance ceremony in Berkeley was to honor victims of the Holocaust. It's an annual event the city has sponsored for 17 years. But this year, the tone was different.
We, as people of goodwill, must speak out against anti-Semitism no matter who is saying or doing it.
The events of yesterday's deadly synagogue shooting near San Diego, impossible for people here to ignore, especially with the increased police presence at an event that shouldn't need protection.
Seeing a police officer and having my baby in my arms really made me think twice before I stepped in. I was just thinking, for sure it's a safe place.
According to the most recent statistics from the California Department of Justice, the state saw a 44% increase in the number of hate crimes reported from 2014 to 2017.
There may be a trend increase in these crimes, but there's also a trend in people using more social media. People have more exposure to this sort of thing.
Security analyst and retired FBI agent Jeff Harp says while it's important for people not to live in fear when going to a place of worship, these attacks are now our reality, and people need to be more vigilant about safety.
These institutions that we all hold very near and dear and sacred are also places and opportunity for people to commit horrendous crimes.
An unsettling reality for many people in the Jewish community who'd hoped the repeated violence was coming to an end.
And that's just heartbreaking. We've been fighting for tolerance, and we've made progress, and now we're losing our ground with some of, this increase in attacks on religious institutions.
Now, it's not just police in Berkeley that are making these extra patrols at synagogues. Oakland police, San Francisco police, and San Jose police have all said they are going to have more officers driving by this weekend. Live in Berkeley, Katie Nielsen, KPIX 5.
All righty, Katie, we're following